And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, Levis. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Levis on third down. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And the punt team hurries down, and they're going to stop this one at the 10-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On second down, Robinson. And he's going to get across the 10 to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Looking to the air here. Finds his target, Robinson. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Cut out left. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And And the Titans will get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Tracy, set. 49, right 49. Wheel, 49 down, 22 Rita.
Levis to the air now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Levis now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's not a call on the play sheet where you're expecting to get into space and win a foot race. You make that call to get a few yards and move on. So getting some good yardage on that one's a victory for the offense.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
My 90.
Carter trying the left side. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans go up 6-0 here in the 1st. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Has this at the 6. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Track 60.
Throwing now, off play action. The pass caught by Tate Dell. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Escapes a defender. Makes a cut to the right sideline. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's out a little short of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carter up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They run it again with Carter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 46. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Working inside the red zone. Catch made by Carter. Hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans break the tie here in the 1st. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 34. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that means 3rd down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
To the air, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans will take over at the start of the next quarter. We're back and ready to go. Time to resume play here at Super Bowl 65. They begin this drive already inside field goal range. And he's into the red zone on that run, down to the 18. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Back-to-back carries here. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and just 2 to go. Putting a receiver in motion. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He sent a man in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained in a play like that. They go for a big gain.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Now Levis on 3rd and goal. Passing is hauled in by the running back. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. They send the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 5. He put everything he had into this one. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons face a 4-point deficit. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Right side forward.
Running back sent in motion.
Right side forward.
Levis here on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hold on, 22 Rita. Right. Tracy. Hold on. Stand up. Hey, Mayday. Heels.
After that pick, here's Levis. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Short. Army.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Hold on, like 90. 54 Rita.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route. inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
What do you read up? Like zero.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Titans take a second quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Staying with Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker.
They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. It's the Falcons with a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Dell with the grab. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll throw it. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Tank Dell the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Levis. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Falcons get it back after making their 3rd first half interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go,
Airing it out to start this drive. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he gets this forward to the 19. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Robinson on the inside give. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Down from the gun. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Man in motion here. Levis now on 1st down. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He's got it inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. They'll run it with Bijan. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now the give for Bijan. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Robinson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Throwing off the play fake here. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Diamond. Like 54. That's 24 Leonard. That's an 18 green.
From the gun, Levis. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
29 down, 22 Rita.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41.
29.
Levis from the shotgun. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. Levis throwing again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ryman there to haul it in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
22 Linda. What?
From the 25 on 2nd down. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans start the 2nd half with some needed points. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Play action on first down. Trying for the deep ball. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Here we go, set.
On second down, Robinson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Robinson. Has another lane. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons lead by 14. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go. Here.
Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's second and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing is Levis on third down. That's caught for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Shotgun now for Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete. So that... Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on first down, Levis. Cut out left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
29 down, 22 Rita. That's 0.
From the 27. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Levis to the air now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. He's got it at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
They'll send him up the middle. And he drives it forward for a modest gain. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd, less than a yard.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more.
And he takes this one in for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10 now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. Throw right side. Dell has it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They did it! He made the interception! And he takes this one back for the pick 6! You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Here we go. The Titans setting up for a big two-point attempt.
454, Mike 54.
Now they send their back in motion right. They're going to try and run for it. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This is Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect to a takedown. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Going to the ground again on 1st.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54. Mike 24, Linda. Mike 22, Green.
Back to the well again. Play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
Right front four. On, right.
A give left side to Carter. And he's in for the touchdown. The Titans jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Let's go.
Here he is to throw. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Cut along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of the...
Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. 19 tight. Go.
Setting up to pass. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. Finds his target, Robinson. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. They
are throwing it again. And this this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Looking to throw it. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Here he is to throw. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot? They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
And the capital of country music sure is going to be rocking tonight. The Tennessee Titans are Super Bowl champions.